I've got my two, I don't know what should I say, beautiful handsome.
Yeah, some people feel as though they have that. I don't know if straight people do come out, by the way, but
Okay.
people fail to understand what being queer is about, but they perceive it to be all about money, sex, and having fun.
But what I want to say to whoever that is watching Images and Thought right now, especially parents to the queer family, it's not easy.
And don't do that to your kids.
It's not easy.
But I also believe that sexual pleasure has got nothing to do with gender identity.
I love that. I love that.
Then I was like, I don't understand myself. And then there's this cute father coming out. And that was my first experience.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another interesting episode of Munches and Thoughts. My name is Phathanani. I am your chef. Of course, I am not alone. I've got my two, I don't know what should I say, beautiful handsome. I've got my two beautiful human beings with me. Darlings, good day.
Good day. How are you?
I am fine. And welcome to Munches and Thoughts.
Thank you for having us.
Second time for me, but yes.
Of course, you heard that.
It's my first time. It's my first time.
It's your first time. So, please introduce yourself. Who are you, where you from, and what's special about you?
I'm Arnold and Linda, an LGBTIQ plus refugee activist. I come from Zambia, based in South Africa, and I'm now very soon I'll be recognized as a Black Canadian. So, yes.
Okay. Over to you. You need to reintroduce yourself. They need to know who are you, Ige.
The one and only Lindani Styling everywhere, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You guys know me. Fashion designer, stylist, the amazing one, the best in the country, the best in the continent. That's me, darling.
Wow. Nizilege, I've got the best of the best today, and I am honored that you guys, you agreed to come and sit with me. Honestly, I will never take that for granted. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Today, it's all about coming out and exploitation. My exploitation is based on the LGBTQI plus people. So whoever that is watching, please know that exploitation is huge. Yeah. Coming out is huge as well. Yeah. Let's not take that away. So, your understanding, like an overview on this coming out, exploitation. Like an overview so that whoever that is watching can be able to follow us. Any of you can just give an overview. Look at the camera or look at me because I know I am handsome.
I think once when it comes to me coming out, even though if I never had an opportunity to come out, I'm like, hey, yeah, I come out, I'm Arnold and I'm gay. But my view once when it comes to coming out is once when you tell people that, hey, I'm gay, I'm no longer straight, I now identify as queer. That and then you announce to the world. It's an announcement you tell to the world, to not only your family, but to the world as well. Some people feel as though they have that. I don't know if straight people do come out, by the way, but...
Okay. Yeah,
that's it.
Firstly, I don't believe in coming out. I know people have made coming out an event. Hey, you need to tell your family, you need to tell the world who you are or your journey. I don't believe in coming out. I don't think you owe people that. I think with the queer community, what is important is to announce your pronouns.
Okay.
Announcing pronouns that even though you may see me as a male, my pronouns are her or they or she. That's important, I think, so that people address you accordingly. But coming out and saying, hey, guys, I'm out, I'm gay, I don't believe in that. I have never come out to my family. They've seen it on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, and bad for them, good for me.
How do they take it?
Oh, no, they sent me messages, mixed messages. Oh, we're so proud of you. We still love you. Oh, we wish you told us. Told you what?
Okay, fine. Thank you. Exploitation now. Your understanding when it comes to that, your overview, before I can throw questions, before I can throw whatever, because I can throw them, darlings. Exploitation, especially, you said you are an LGBTQI activist. You said you never come out to your family. They saw on your YouTube, your TikTok, etc. Yes. So now, and I'm so glad that you are big, my friend. I should not take that away from you. So you will understand better the exploitation part, because I believe that you worked hard to be where you are. Yes. And I don't know, maybe you face some challenges along the road or what. So, but your understanding exploitation.
Exploitation is, to my understanding, especially once when it comes to the queer community, is once they expect us to be the same, and the exploitation it comes with being queer is that no, you are flamboyant, you all want to be perceived to be soft and feminine, yes, and you must have money, and sex, it all comes as though you're hyper because you're so everyone, like, people fail to understand what being queer is about, but they perceive it to be all about money, sex, and having fun. I feel like that's the exploitation that it comes with. Yet there is more to being queer, and that's not the identity of being queer.
Wow, that's profound, Arnold. Over to you.
I don't mind being controversial because I know this is going to play on YouTube and TikTok. So let me start. Straight married men who exploit gay people, they have wives, they sleep with young gay boys and go back to their wives. That's a part of being exploited. They know that this young boy has been rejected by the family when they were coming out. So they know that this person needs love, but they almost want to take the sex or be with them, yes, play with them and then go back to their normal lives. You're exploiting a young gay person who's still trying to find themselves. That's part one of being exploited. Part two of being exploited, there's many ways of looking at it. Sometimes women wanna have a gay best friend next to them because they wanna appear as if they are not homophobic or they are supporting the queer community. Oh, I have my gay best friend. So gay people get exploited where the friendships are fake because somebody wants to prove a point that I'm not homophobic by having a gay friend. So there's so many levels of where we're exploited as gay people. Thirdly, this is more rejection. We are rejected in the church. We are rejected in spiritual spaces because, oh no, you can't be gay and Christian, you can't be gay and believe in God. So you sit there, you are demon possessed. So we end up being abused and we end up being almost called demonic because of our sexual identity. So the topic is quite deep. There's so many ways of looking at it.
Thank you. But you know, Munchies and Thoughts. Munchies and Thoughts, I bring things that I can bring them whenever. Yes. That's why I always say, you need to be strong to come here.
Yes, definitely.
You need to know your story.
Of course. And the people watching must be strong to handle this because, wow.
Wow. So, I heard you. Whatever that you guys said, it's profound. But now, let me draw my questions.
Yeah.
I want to come to you.
Yes.
Coming to the exploitation. You said those married guys, they exploit young gay guys.
Yes.
Do you blame them? One? Or you blame the youngsters?
Okay. Let me put it on both sides. I don't want the young gay boy to be too much of a victim and act as if they're not participating in the act. When I was married to a woman and I identified as a straight man who's married, so let's take it back.
Let's go there.
Yes. You know, I had many young gay people saying, hey, I can make you happy. I don't mind your wife, Mina. You know, you can keep your wife, Mina. I'll just be your side boy. Sometimes the young gay person we are trying to defend in this conversation wants that. They don't want a boyfriend who's full-time or a man who's going to be full-time, but they want somebody who's going to be a blesser and give them something yana on the side, cash-wise, take care of them. Go back to your wife. I don't care about your wife, but make sure I have enough money to go to shakers and go clubbing, Mina. Take care of me. Sometimes that young gay boy has daddy issues, has other issues. That's why they're attracted to an older man, you know? So it becomes a tricky one, who's right, who's wrong, you know? Do we blame the straight guy or the married man for exploiting a young boy? Is it disgusting? Is it really wrong? What if this straight man is actually bisexual and this is their way of coming out slowly? They want to still keep their wife and family, but this young boy speaks to a specific part of them that they're not ready to definitely face or fully come out. So this makes sense for them. So this is like their little escape, you know? It just becomes broader and broader.
And broader and broader. Okay, Arnold, yes?
I think I have a different understanding once when it comes to that.
It's fine. Bring it on the
because
table.
like there's so much to learn and unlearn once when it comes to being queer, in a sense that we grew up being taught in school what a man does and what a woman does, and because you are taught that no, a man, you should behave this way. That's the reason why we find that a lot of men are caught up today in marriages that they do not even enjoy. Like in my instant, I come from Zambia, and in Zambia I worked in TV. I was a TV Kids presenter, and the people that I was dating, they were quite powerful, and they were, oh my God.
No, say it. You said it.
They were, the people I was seeing not dating, the people I was seeing were married men, and these are people that were taught that no, a man should behave like this, and because of that, they were forced into marriages that they never enjoyed. They were so miserable in their marriages, and that's the reason why you'd find that no, they have people that they usually go and see out there, and that's how I see it on my side. So there's so much to learn and to unlearn. It's much easier for the younger generation because the topic has come up and now it's in the open, unlike for the old ones, those that are already married. I'm not saying that they are people that don't want to come out of the closet and they end up getting married for wrong reasons, but others, they are just in there because they were taught that's how life is supposed to be.
That's how life. Okay. Now, I said it's coming out and exploitation. Let me go now. Now, coming out can have benefits and risks. If you are wondering whether to come out, there is a lot to consider. Does coming out means that you risk losing emotional or financial support from your family? Could coming out put you in physical danger? Will your family try to pressure you into being someone you're not? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you may want to wait until in a different situation or have more support. What are your thoughts on this statement I just read?
It's a tricky one. I once spoke about this in a different interview that we have young gay people who have two lives. So when they come to Joburg, they are straight acting, they are, they were raised to be straight. Their families don't know that they are gay, right? They come to Joburg, they look straight. Then they actually know, actually I'm gay. Then they become gay in Joburg. It becomes a whole thingy for them. But when they go back home, because this is the mandate back home, which I'm straight, they then have to switch to being straight. It's not wise for them to come out yet because of the financial support. It's not wise of them to come out because the daddy might hit them. The father, the parents might say, okay, fine, you are gay, out of our house. They might lose everything. So I'll be straight back home, but I'll be gay in Joburg. Then they have to draw a line. As soon as I get home, I'll be the man. When I get to Joburg, I'll be myself, And it's sad to live that life, but for as long as they are depending on mom, dad, grand, whoever, the uncles to pay for their school fees and their life, they have to submit to their rules, until a specific age where they graduate and they have jobs and they're independent. Like, actually, I don't need you anymore. This is me, I'm gay, take it or leave it. If you want me out, I'm leaving. I've got my car now, I've got my first apartment, I'm done. So the financial element is very important. We need to know that some people are not hiding, they're not in the closet. It's just that they can't come out yet because they are depending on specific people to take care of them financially until a specific time where they are independent. Then we can have a different conversation.
I'm coming to you now. So, don't you think our families, they also contribute in a situation where we become exploited by those old men?
Of course they do contribute, because if I am 21, right, and I then come out to my family, they say, okay, we're cutting this off, and I'm stuck in Joburg, what's going to happen to me? I'm going to need that older married man. So we're back to the married man now. Now, this married man we were speaking about earlier, now is a benefit, because now he's going to be like, here's 5K a month, keep your mouth quiet, give me what I need, Mina, I'll make sure your rent is paid, this is paid.
This is paid. Arnold, do you want to say something? On the coming out, on the statement that I read.
I think I kind of agree to it, because like I can give an example of myself. I was kicked out of my parents' house at the age of 14, and 13 to 14. Oh, okay. And the goodness, what made me become who I am today is that the time that my dad found out, he literally, not that he never knew, they knew that I was gay, and I come from a well-off family such that it was a 4-bedroom house, and I never understood why I had a single room, why I wasn't sleeping either in the girls' room or the boys' room, but yet I had a room to myself, and food would always find me there, and I was. I knew they made me believe that I was demonic, and hence the reason why the only people that could come into my room, if it's not my mom, it's pastors. If I go to school, I'd come back to my room, food would find me there. Yes, but through that, I used to watch quite a lot of TV, and because of that, I used to practice a lot on me presenting, and I'll be there. I'm like, no, I can do better than that person. I can do better. And the time that they were looking for TV Kids presenters, I went there and I was selected. And the time my dad found out, he found out on TV that, no, now I'll be working for a TV station. We had a confrontation. Then he asked me to leave the house. And I started staying with my friend. So I kind of agreed to the statement that you read, even though they knew that there was something, I was different from the rest, but immediately it was out in public, I was asked to leave the house. And since then, I've been on my own. Until now, I've never gone back to my family house. And yeah, this is where I am today.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. You're going to make me cry.
Okay. So tell me, I'm sorry, I will ask questions as much as I'm emotional, but I will ask questions. So you are in the country now. Yeah. You left Zambia. Is it Zambia?
Yeah.
You left Zambia. Mm-hmm. Do you keep contact with your family?
From the time I left Zambia, I only received a text message. I think it was last year, where it was a text message on Facebook where I was told that no, mom died, and then they blocked me, and and since then I've never spoken to any of them. I've never spoken to any of them until they do not want to have anything to do with me. And I respect that. And I try not by all means to reach out to them, because I know that every time I do that, I always end up getting hurt. And even coming to South Africa, it's been very, very worse, because like South Africa is like an open prison for me. Here where I am, I'm a qualified nurse, and yet I cannot work in South Africa because I'm a migrant. I do all other things that everything you need documents for you to live in here. And South Africa says that, no, I'm not gay enough to be gay. And they've written this in the document that they've given me, the reason for rejecting my asylum. And that's the reason why I'm so happy that, no, I'm finally leaving South Africa, going somewhere else, in this case, which is Canada, where I know that, no, now I'm going to have an identity and where I'll be accepted and to have a new beginning. Yeah, so that's basically it.
Anything you want to say?
Yo. Yeah, no, that's a hectic story, hey? Yo, that's hectic. You see, everybody's got a different journey, and yeah, but I'm grateful for the part where you have a new beginning in your life, you know. And all the best with Canada, hey?
Thank you. I was like, it's supposed to be a scary process, but in this case, like, I'm just super excited. I cannot wait just to leave and start over, because I know that, no, this is going to be probably the last of me trying to have a belonging. I come from Zambia. I love Zambia. I miss Zambia, but there, if I was there, the time I left, I was about to be taken to prison. Then coming to South Africa for 7 years, it's like an open prison, honestly. And yeah, so I'm really, really looking forward to starting over, even though I'm turning 27. But in my mind, I'm like, life begins at 27.
Babukile bamakhaya nizwile ke bachazile okuningi, and I am touched. But what I want to say to whoever that is watching Imanches and Thought right now, especially parents to the queer family, it's not easy.
And don't do that to your kids.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
Please, love them, respect them, support them, be there for them, because it's more than what you see. On that note, as we move.
Done crying, let's move.
I'm going to read a statement here, and I need your thoughts. I was charmed and inspired by him, a role model to me at the time. And to cut a long story short, he drugged and sexually abused me. He then exploited me of my skills during the pandemic. He would ask, I write him presses, sponsorship, proposals, and other strategies, copies, promise to pay me.
I know that story very well. I know the people in.
What are your thoughts? No, I just need your thoughts on this, please.
Promise to pay me.
Remember, I said it's coming out an exploitation. So this is exploitation.
Of course. We need to see it from many levels. So this guy was raped. Let's start there. You know, the moment somebody says that you drugged them and they didn't give you consent to sleep with them, that guy is raped. It's a rape case. So from a legal point of view, it's rape. It is sexual abuse. It's exploitation. But it's also like a power fight, because if this boy goes and opens a case and says this popular person or this moneyed person did this against me, does this guy afford a lawyer versus the guy who actually exploited him? So yeah, it's a tricky one.
I think to me, it's exploitation. I would relate it in that manner, in a sense that sometimes you'll find that, no, these people that can afford, they would literally promise you the whole world, in a sense that they will give you stuff that you only see on social media, or you want to live up to other gays or the queer community, there's so much going on in the queer community. Just because I'm seated to him and I know how big he is and what he does and the kind of work he does, just so that I'm able to have that money and just go to him. I'm like, please.
Because you know how big he is, yes.
Because I know how big he is and how heavy his name is, just being styled by him, and that what an impact it brings, not only to me, but in my social surroundings. If I tag him on Instagram, that all styled by him. So it's a two-way thing. Sometimes we follow exploitation, but sometimes we go for it because we know that, no, I'm in a desperate situation and I need the money and I also need to be relevant.
I love what you're saying. I really love what you're saying because that's the situation we are facing now. You know, it's like I will say it, young stars. The moment you, my friend, you are big. You all know that you all go to all these events. So now I want to be with Linda because Linda will take me to an event. Then I will get free booze, food.
Or he'll dress you for free.
Because I know he's so very close to Lasizwe. So it's like I'll be close to him just
Okay, let's move to him, Lasizwe. We love you, Lasizwe, wherever you are. So now, tell me, Linda, coming out, it's not a one-time thing.
It's a journey.
It's a journey.
Yes.
So I need you to, please, you were married before.
Yes.
You from Zim, where you were not Zambia,
Yes.
where you were not accepted, where you were kicked out at the age of 14, and then you came to the country. You were married, you came to the country. How was everything your first time in South Africa? But I'll start with you.
Mm-hmm. Coming out. The most interesting part of my journey, the people always ask me, "Dear Lindani, when did you find out you were gay?"
Okay.
And I'm like, I don't know, And I think that's when the controversy starts. You should know you're gay. If you're born gay, you should know by the age of 10. And I'm like, no, I didn't know.
By the age of 10, they choose, man.
So they always ask me, why did I marry a woman? Was I lying to her? Was it an arrangement, like you mentioned? Was I trapping my feelings? Was I suppressing my homosexual feelings? Or what was going on? How did I end up? Before you go on the coming out, how did we end up where Lindani is getting married to a woman, walking down the aisle, being a husband? Phathanani, for a long time, I really, really believed I was straight, like being sure. And before I married my ex-wife, I had girlfriends, like I was a man, I had girlfriends, gumnandi, So people ask me, when did you know I was gay? I knew I was gay at the age of 29.
29.
Exactly. So he was kicked out at the age of 14 because he knew from a young age that he's gay, and the family knew. My granny found out on an interview ukuthi I'm gay, and she's still not accepting it. She's still asking me to go back to my ex-wife sometimes. She's still not feeling this vibe or the story of me being gay.
Okay, before you proceed, tell me, how was the relationship between you and your wife when you found out that you're gay?
It became tricky, it became awkward, because it then goes back, were you lying to me? When did you know?
So
why did you marry me?
You told her?
No, of course I told her, but for me, it first became a conversation of, baby, I think I'm bisexual. It wasn't like, baby, you're gay, no. I think I'm bisexual because I have to account to, why do I believe I'm gay, but I have feelings for you? Why do I find you attractive? Then maybe I'm bisexual. Now we have other letters in the alphabet where there's pansexual. My other friend said to me, Lindani, what if you're pansexual? What if gender doesn't mean anything to you? You just get attracted because of, of the mind, and there's a specific way that you connect with people. Maybe it's not even about male or female. I'm like, maybe, So I first said to her, I think I'm bisexual. Then it became like a fight, a conversation. And then when I got divorced to her, I had 2 other girlfriends. I had those 2 girlfriends after my divorce to be sure, am I really gay? Am I bi? I also was confused. This is now age 29. I'm 29 years old. I'm still like, I'm going to gay clubs. I'm going to your Liquid Blue. I'm going to Shakers. I'm seeing cute boys. I like them. But there's a part of me that's like, no, man, I still want a girlfriend. So I also then was sitting there where I'm like, am I bisexual? What's going on? Until I dated a couple of guys. The first guy, not so great. Second, third guy, I'm like, actually, I like dating a boy. This is actually nice, you know. Have I looked back after? No. Would I ever date a girl again? No. Have I ever been attracted to women? Ever? No. I mean, once in a while, I'll find a cute lesbian girl attractive, but that's like once in a while.
Okay, over to you.
By the way, I've watched your interviews and I literally admire your braveness of everything. But I also believe that sexual pleasure has got nothing to do with gender identity.
I love that. I love that. I think that's where the confusion starts.
Yes.
I think, I've got a lady, Jasmine, I do a sex segment with her. She always mentioned that. She once said, there are guys who love to be stimulated there, not because they are gays. But may proceed.
That's the reason why you'd find that the fact that I have sex with a straight man who identifies as heterosexual, that doesn't make that person gay or queer in any sense, because that's just sexual pleasure. We normally satisfy ourselves sexually differently. That's the reason why we are able to have sex toys or masturbation. That's sexual pleasure we are talking about. And gender identity is what you are attracted to. But in my case, I never knew when I came out or when I was gay, really, because like I grew up being called boy, girl, or every female name. I was even being called gay when I never even knew what gay meant. So, and that's the reason why I believe the time my relatives and my parents were telling me that I'm demonic, that's the reason why I believe that, no, I am demonic. And that's the reason why pastors could come in and I would be there 3 days fasting. Oh my God, now that I think about it. 3 days fasting, and I'll be there praying, seated in my room praying, because I just wanted to be like everyone else. So that's my take on it. Sexual pleasure has got nothing to do with the gender identity. What you use for your sexual pleasure, it doesn't define you. It doesn't define your sexuality. Either you are queer or not. That's my take.
And some men are scared of labels. Recently I've been bumping into a lot of bisexual men who are, I hate using this word, but it's true, like bisexual straight men, or straight acting men where umchita, indoda, uya ulana, and then they're like, I'm on your vetas, kulumene, yeah, ngecheri yami ne, but now ngiyakuthanda ne. But they also saying to you, I won't leave my girlfriend or my wife for you, but can you please be my side pleasure? And my question is, does that make that guy bisexual? Is that guy bi-curious? Is that guy greedy? If you are the only person that they are doing something with, but they still want to keep their family, are they bisexual? Are they bi-curious? What are we saying? So it becomes complicated either way.
It's become complicated.
Is that straight person exploiting me as a gay person? I don't know. What if I'm enjoying it? Then can I call it exploitation if I'm enjoying it? So then it goes back to your topic, is that when you say people are exploited, they're exploited at what level? If I am 34 years old and I'm dating a 21-year-old and you say, but the age gap is so big, you are manipulating this kid, but this kid wants this and they're enjoying this, am I manipulating them? Am I exploiting them?
I love what you're saying, especially now what you just brought on the table. Because we find situations where you agreed with me in everything. Because remember, it's not only us who are exploited. we also exploit straight people.
Oh, yes.
Let me not say straight, married people, because straight to me, I don't know what is straight and what is not straight. We also exploit married people.
In which way?
We don't respect them, one. Why I'm saying that? You want to be respected. You want to be respected. I want to be respected. When you, like you said, uzofika boy ati, I like you and I've got my girlfriend. You will agree. And then you are the first person who goes to social media and expose this person. Is it right? Is it fair? I don't think so.
Yeah, so I get you there, yeah.
I totally disagree with you.
Because let me listen.
I literally disagree with you because, like, the first time I wouldn't call it dating. The first time I dated was I'm Catholic.
Okay.
The first time I started seeing somebody, it was after I was kicked out, and then I went in the confession booth, and then we came out of the. Then I was like, I don't understand myself, and then there's this cute father coming out, and that was my first experience.
Okay.
That was my first. That was my first experience, and also not only in Zambia, I've kind of been with people that are considered, they are married, but they are also powerful in a sense that either they are government officials, either ministers. I'm not gonna put names.
No, we don't put name in matches and thoughts.
Or whatever, but both ministers and whatever government position that the person might be holding. So that's the reason why I totally disagree with you, because like these people know that they got married for wrong reasons. For you to be even a minister in Zambia, you need to be married to a woman. Even here in South Africa, even though sexuality is being spoken about, but also once when you look at the level of murders that are being committed either to gay men or lesbian women, the numbers are rising, and it trends because they are South Africans. If it comes to migrant, me being a migrant refuge coordinator, those ones that are killed as migrants, the murders go even higher, such that they are not even noticed on social media. Why? It's because they are not South Africans. So that's the reason why I disagree with you.
You know what? On that note, I can't finish all the content. Unfortunately, you are going to Canada now, because this one, he's going to come back. Because this one of us being unfair to those married guys, it's need to come on the table. But on that note, what advice you want to give to someone that is watching Manches and Thoughts when it comes to the two topics I brought?
Can I start?
Today? You can start.
Do not come out. There is no need. I repeat, do not come out. You don't owe anybody that part of your life. You're just calling drama upon yourself. I think if you want to make your pronouns known, that you prefer being called she or her or them or they, that's fine. But you don't owe anybody that. Straight people don't come out. Straight people don't say, hey, I'm straight. Who gives you the pressure to say, hey, you must come out or sit down your family? Some guys like him, Easter, I want to sit them down. I want them to know what? To go to your gay? No, babes, you can't be making this a thing. Because the moment you make it a thing, the moment coming out is an actual event, that's when the drama starts. Live your life as normal. Have your boyfriend, have your husband, have many boyfriends. I mean, do your life. They're doing their lives,
Wow. Nizwil, over to you.
I think on my side, this goes to especially South Africans, but even Africa at large, is that we never choose to be who we are. I never chose to be who I am, but I love myself and I wouldn't choose any other way. I think even in the next life, if I'm to be asked, I'll still choose being gay because it's something that I actually enjoy, and I've never lived any life apart from me. And do not judge somebody just because you see them that know they are different from you, and because of that you label them different names. I've had situations whereby I'm told, if we are killing our own, what makes you think that no, we can accept you? And that's so very sickening to hear, because even though we are in South Africa, which allows sexuality, but even South Africans themselves, they are not free of being themselves in their own country. What more for a refugee like me? So let's just love, lead, and accept everyone as they are. I'm not harming you, so why are you bothered by my appearance? So why are you bothered by my acceptance? So let love lead.
I love your dress anyway. I love your dress. I wonder what inspired. On that note, Nizwile Bakazile, Ulinda, he did mention, you don't need to come out. Just leave you. Yeah. Just be you.
Do you, Pooh?
Have many husbands, many boyfriends. I'm sure I need to tell 10. And then Nizwile, I know, let love leave, guys. On that note, thank you so much for watching Munchies and Thoughts. How is the wine? This is Meth & Co.
It's actually beautiful. I love it. I love it.
Please do follow them. Please do tag them on Instagram. They are beautiful. No, we're gonna come to Canada and shoot with you. On that note, let's do a cheers. It's a wrap. Thank you so much, guys.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.